We're going to move on to the small business interview. Small businesses are a driving factor of our economy. So as a small business owner, what are some of the vital steps you should take now to make sure your business survives the economic downturn and thrives in the future? Wayne Rivers is the president of the Family Business Institute. Wayne, welcome.
Thank you.
All right, it's kind of, contrary to reasoning. You're saying that you can actually do things in this economy to help your small business. It seems like this would be a time that you were really threatened. What are the positives?
Well, the positives are that there's now time to do some things that you didn't have the luxury of time to do a year or 2 years ago when things were busier. So now instead of working 80 hours a week, maybe the small business owner is working just 60 hours a week. That's 20 hours of time. And so we recommend that the first thing, the highest payoff activity that a small family business owner could undertake is to examine how he himself spends his time. That's the greatest determinant in how successful the business is going to be. Most small business owners are misutilizing their time by doing things they shouldn't do, things other people could do better, or doing things that don't need to be done at all.
I think a lot of people are guilty of that.
That's true.
Let's talk about contingency plans, because you say now is the time you really should have a contingency plan in place. That's a fancy phrase. What does it mean?
Well, the ideal time to have a contingency plan in place is before you need it, right? So at this point, if people are looking at making some cuts in 3 to 6 months, now's the time to begin contingency planning to get ready for the fallout from those cuts. So if you know you're going to have to lay people off, you've got to figure out ways to stay productive and make sure your products get out the door and your customers remain satisfied.
All right, Wayne, you talk a lot about laying off and how that's so important in today's economy to make sure you've got the right people in the right place in your business. What if one of those people who should lose their job in your organization is a member of the family? What do you do then?
Well, that's the hardest type of change to make. But for better or for worse, it's good to prune the family tree from time to time. There may be family members who are working in the business who just don't belong there, who aren't happy there, who aren't contributing, and who aren't productive there. And that not only has a business effect, but the ripple effect on family harmony is pretty significant too. So in many ways, for the family to make that determination to prune the family tree, they're doing themselves and the family members who leave a favor, because everyone ends up happier after the event and morale goes up.
All right, so, so many businesses fail, and particularly during bad times. You say a little planning will get you over the hump. Is that right?
A little planning, a little bit more familiarity with the numbers, for example, because most entrepreneurs don't start businesses because they love business bookkeeping. They start businesses because they love to sell cars or they love to build structures.
Okay.
So getting in touch with the business bookkeeping, PeachtreeCares.com.
Wayne, we're going to have to leave it there. I apologize for interrupting you. I want to thank you for your help. Wayne Rivers from Family Business Institute, great organization.